I don't believe it.
Well. Morpheus 3000 here, ladies and gents. It's a pleasure to have you here with me once again. Like before, I have a special guest that'll be coming aboard today. You might have seen him before. His name is Elmer. Now, he was on my last podcast. Now, so once again, welcome my main man, Elmer. Now, we're here today to talk about the pros and cons of a stepfather. We want to know, is it worth the squeeze? I mean, is it worth being a stepfather?
There goes your son.
Now, I must say, there are many stepdaddies out there that are needed.
Yeah. You don't get it, do you? I'm his daddy now.
And there are some stepfathers who are there who aren't needed, and they are there because of the woman. She is the priority, and the kid is just part of the deal. And of course, you can't get rid of the kid.
How come you ain't never liked me? Like you? Who the hell said I got to like you?
You see, it's a package deal, and you have to deal with the situation. But there are men out there who have no children, and they look forward to being a stepfather or playing a father role to kids.
I can't teach him how to be a man. That's your job.
Now, I want everyone to welcome Elmer. What's up, Elmer? What's good with you, Elmer? I mean, we over here talking about the pros and cons of being a stepfather. You ever been a stepdaddy before, Elmer? I mean, how was it? Was it worth it? Do you have any experience with dealing with being a stepfather or stepdaddy?
Yes, I have. But I never claimed that kid as my stepson. When the girl I was dating says, "That's not my kid, that's yours. Call him dad." Ain't no benefits of being a stepdaddy. Not at all. When that kid had a problem, here's the phone. Call your dad. I'm not dealing with that bull crap. I didn't came for the kid, I came from your mommy. Don't call me dad, even though I live here. But your dad is your dad. You better let that kid know who is dad. Sure, I take that kid right straight as his dad. Go see your dad. Call your dad. Real talk. Ain't no benefits of that, because guess what? When the girl leaves you, because there's a good chance she will end up leaving you, you're going to feel emotion about that kid that's not yours. Nah, just tell the kid some wisdom and keep on pushing and chill with that shorty that night.
But you know
That's
what?
all it is.
But you know what, though, Elmer? You know, one of the cons of being a stepfather or a stepdaddy boyfriend, you know, is when a child doesn't want you there.
Oh, look at Daddy.
He's not my dad.
Really, Ava?
He's not. My dad in jail and miss him.
That little girl, I'll be like, girl, you know that's right. I ain't your daddy. I'm here to spend time with your mommy.
Well, look, check it out. Elmer, you mind if I tell a quick story? I'm going to tell you and my audience a quick story. Okay? It can take time for the child to expect you, actually to respect you, but the question is, like we always say, is it worth it? But let me tell you a quick story. Many years ago, I went over this girl's house, you know what I mean? And I known her for a while. And to make a long story short, I was attempting to spend the night and she was feeling me. So I knew it was going down. So, I got comfortable when I was about to get in the bed with her mother. But out of nowhere, her daughter, walks in the room. Now, her daughter had to be about 8 or 9 years old when she walked in the room. And she pointed at the bed and said, "Can I get right there?" She wanted to sleep in between me and her mother. She came in the room on time because I was just about to get up in there. But of course, I didn't say no, and her mother didn't say no either. So I slept in the bed with her in between us, and I was disappointed. So basically, she blocked me from getting it in. But listen, to top it off, I think she called her father beforehand because when she jumped in the bed, her dad called her mom and was talking to her. Now, what a coincidence, right? But deep down inside, the little girl was probably laughing to herself, saying to herself, "This is my daddy's meats."
Look, wait, what the fuck is this kid doing in here? Get the hell out of here before I kick your little ass.
You know what I mean? That's how I felt. But as soon as the sun hit the sky, I woke up and got the hell out of there. No meats for me. But I knew that if I had a good relationship with a daughter, I knew that I could have got the draws.
And four. Got the draws, okay?
But you know what, Elmer? I felt bad and ashamed because deep down inside, I felt real bad because when she came in the room, I actually wanted to say this.
Now get the fuck out of here before I kick your ass.
I would.
Interesting story, Elmer. Right, go ahead. Finish what you were saying. I just wanted to share that with you.
I would. I'd be like, go to your room. Because she about to get the meats. I had stories like that. Thank God I didn't have that crazy story. You did the right thing. Walk out. We live in a modern world right now, man. That every shorty got kids, and they always saying, "I come with a package." Girl, I didn't came here for the package. You a baggage. Listen, man, I came here just to chill, vibe with you, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not here trying to be a stepdaddy to that kid because that kid got his own father. Mm-hmm. And I tell you the truth, especially these girls, if you got girls, let me tell you something, there's some sick mother. And guess what? Them mothers are programming their daughters that it's okay to have kids and have other men to raise their kids. Listen, man, one thing I say this, never raise another man's DNA. Never that. The only thing that a man needs to raise is his own DNA.
Never raise another man's booty call, right? Pleasure kid. Pleasure child.
C-U-M. Another man's C-U-M, if you know what I'm saying. Because in the end of the day, you program these shorties, they can pop kids and they say any man will still accept me. And what happens most of the time is that father has to take that shorty to court to see the kid while the kid's calling the man daddy. And we got some simps that's wanting to raise some kids that's not theirs. Listen, man, I got a couple peoples I know, they're playing stepdaddies.
Right.
And I hate to offend them, but man, when the shorty got kids, most of the time when the dude don't got nothing, they go ahead and move into her crib because she got a crib, a car, and she getting child support. And them taxes, he'll try to convince her to let me claim them kids.
Right.
And they lose. Nah. Every real man that has his own crib, his own car, his own job, would never try to be a stepdaddy. They use those mom like we got our place. You and me, we got our shit online. When we see them shorties as clappers, we get back to our crib where we can pay the bills. And those women want men like us. So what I'm saying though, men that got their own place, know their value, they most likely will not give up their whole crib to move into a shorty's house. Nah. That's why once a shorty got kids, we dudes that got our stuff together won't even take them seriously.
But you know what though? There's actually another con to being a stepdad. I mean, I call it the stepdaddy boyfriend because you're not legally married. But let me tell you one more story, Elmer. I love telling these stories. I remember when I was involved with a beautiful woman, and we decided to get into a relationship. She had a son, and I liked him. I wanted to get to know him too, you know what I mean? But his mother couldn't control his damn father, man. Like, I had no idea what I was walking into, you know what I mean? But I didn't have no experience with, relationships all like that. But anyway, I thought the boy's dad was completely out the way. So anyway, I bought her son a video game because he loves to play PlayStation. His dad comes by to visit him, so I'm like, cool. So his dad asked if he could speak to me for a minute on the front porch. So I turn around and look at, at boy's mother, my woman. And at the time anyway, and she was acting like she didn't hear what the hell he just said to me and was minding her own damn business. I thought that was kind of fishy, right? But now I'm thinking he got some sort of beef with me, and I ain't whooped some ass in a long time, so I was pretty much ready. So I'm walking out to the porch, and I'm already visualizing how I'm gonna put the paws on him. But this dude had the game that I gave his son in his hand, and he gave it back to me and said that he don't need this game.
Leave my son alone, please. Hey, don't you see how I treat that kid? I treat that kid like he's my son. He ain't your son, he's my son.
So I told him, well, I want him to have it, but he insisted that his son don't need it. But the dude had a lot of nerve because he asked me not to let his son see me sleeping in the bed with his mother because he didn't know how long I was going to be around. Meaning he didn't expect a relationship to last too long. But at the moment in time, I was thinking he must know something that I don't know, or he's just being an asshole. But anyway, I was shocked that he asked me that because I'm thinking, like I said, he was being an asshole. But I confidently told him that I can't do that. But and the top of it all, he was a damn drug dealer. So I said, fuck him. But that's all he had to say that day, you know what I mean? But we didn't get to a tangle or anything like that, but I was totally prepared. He just caught me off guard with that bullshit though. But you know what though? I mean, I didn't truly understand why he asked me that until the relationship was over. I was too busy standing my ground. But oh well. But that was a weird request. But you best believe that his son seen me in the bed with his mama plenty of times all booed up. And he was cool with it. He accepted me in the situation. He approved it. And he made me feel like we were a family. You know what I mean? I love that feeling of family. And I must say it felt good. It really felt good. It felt good to feel needed. I felt like a man. It also made it much harder to get away from his mother when the relationship went sour as well, because I was used to being around her, the kids, the atmosphere of things, Her kids liked me. They knew I was harmless and that I would never harm them or their mother, but I definitely proved that. But there was a time when she punched me dead in the mouth, man, her mother, I ate that punch. Now, I didn't hit her back because I just couldn't do it. I cared about her too much, I would have sacrificed myself before I put my hands on her, but if I would have put my hands on her, it would have definitely changed the dynamics and the relationship with her kids. And I cared about them too, But go ahead, Elmer. I just wanted to share that with you.
One thing when I was in the mode of that world of being a stepdad for the first time, when I bought my ex, her daughter, not my stepdaughter, which don't get me wrong, we all have that type of emotion that we get real close to those kids. When I went and say, oh, wait a minute, this would be nice for her. I say, hey, your dad bought you this.
Right.
Your dad bought you this. I edify her father every single time I bought her something. And her mother be like, why you say that? Because you know what? That man's not giving me no promise. That man first didn't like me. But when her daughter, every time he pick up his daughter, thank you, Dad, for buying this. Thank you, Dad. I got in a cool vibe with the real father. You feel me? He came up to me, he was like, yo, my daughter said that you told her I bought this and the whole time you buy this. Keep it in love, bro. Because you know why? God is watching. I don't need her to be happy that I bought her that. At least she's happy that I told you that you bought it. because I need her to love you. That's it. At the end of the day, in the future, you're going to tell her who really bought that.
Mm-hmm.
That's some real shit. Edified the dad. And then, and on top of that, we cool, you know?
Yeah.
Situation is like that, man. We let our feelings to feel that we good because we feel like we have a family, but at the end of the day, you don't have a family. In my eyes, every single time I didn't have nothing. I was still living in my house at my mom's crib. So I had an opportunity to move into this girl's crib. Yeah, felt that family vibe. But I always had a strong mindset saying, that's not my kid.
Right.
Not my kid.
Right.
So, of course, the ex, she was kind of mad. You need to tell her that you bought that. Nah. Because in deep down, I would love somebody to tell my son, your dad bought you that. Your dad bought you that. Because then after that, me and the dude would have some respect.
Right.
Some dudes out there being too cocky and say to other real dads, that's why I have your son. That's why I raised your son. You're a clown ass dude, bro. You're taking care of another man's sperm. Like, think about it. I thought about this. I'm with a girl that has a kid. You're second place. You got a pre-owned. You feel me? And usually in that situation, when you didn't have nothing, you will fall for anything. You will go and be a stepdaddy because the girl's probably obviously doing better than you. Nah, man. When you feel like you're going to be feeling like you're playing stepdaddy, man, my advice, you got to move away because guess what? There's a lot of girls out there with no kids that wants to spend time with you, bro.
You know what's so funny?
Real talk.
Yes, I mean, unfortunately, stepdaddies are needed, and
No, they don't.
you don't think?
No, they don't. Stepdaddies used to be a man and stop being stepdaddies.
Right.
It's like there's me, 34 years old, was making out with a 21-year-old girl down in freaking Allegheny Boulevard with no kids. I was with a girl that's 21 years old, toxic, crazy, with no kids. So you're being stepdaddy at 34 in your 30s. I'm out here rolling in the streets, having fun with 21-year-old girls and 22-year-old girls that has no kids.
You know what?
Real talk. No lie. The older is the man, and the more stuff you got in order, bro, age doesn't matter, bro. People be calling you, oh, you get after these young girls. Man, as long as the girl can walk in a strip club and get a job, she's legal.
But the thing is, like, now if the kid's father's a deadbeat dad, of course, you know, the stepdaddy boyfriend is definitely...
That's not your problem.
Right? But it is definitely, like, you know, you got these deadbeat dads out here, you know, they come in there and want to see the kid for a minute.
Son. All right, I'm out. I'll be back next week to pick him up again.
You know, that stepdaddy boyfriend, man. You know, that stepdaddy boyfriend, he's willing to simp it out just a little bit, you know what I mean?
Hello, everybody.
Now, children, what do you say when you meet a nice man? Are you my daddy?
I would have been just like him.
Right?
He's just a clapper girl.
Yeah.
Because I would have go back to my mom's crib. I ain't raising no man's kid, bro.
But you were right though, man. Like you say, you know, when you you mess with the child's mother and everything, and then y'all break up, and then you pretty much don't communicate with the child no more, man.
Because you have no rights. That's not your kid.
Right. So that's why women, they need to pretty much be serious about whom they meet, type of men they meet. They need to take it serious. You know what I mean?
The problem is this. We live in a world right now. I want a man that knows how to control me. So they go after the thugs, the hood, the gangsters.
Yeah.
Girl, you know he's going to be a deadbeat dad. Then after you have all these kids, You want a nice guy. A guy that is really nice. But at the end of the day, a lot of women don't like nice guys. Give you a product example. I got a baby mom. When I walked up the stairs after working all day and used to give my baby mom, who's about to have my first child, $60 every day for she can have food for I can go out there and try to get her place settled here in Pittsburgh. When I woke up, she says, the problem is that he's too nice. I was too nice. So she was looking for niggas that ain't doing nothing. So now, like, think about it. When a girl talk about a man, her baby dad, that he's garbage, he ain't worth it, he's ugly, all that. Ask yourself, if he's corny, then why you was sleeping with him? He must got that good, and he was beating in your guts.
He got that good D.
Yeah, your first baby dad must have that good guts because you know why? You didn't see who he really is, or you're maybe lying. That really the whole time he's the good guy.
True.
And then here comes a second guy. They always talk bad about the baby daddies. They always will. Meanwhile, the dude is trying to take her back and forth to court and she doesn't even show up. Bro, you don't know how the host. I'm a type of person, listen, after having that, I was like, I would like to have some information about this girl. Let me contact her baby dad. After I'm done clapping them cheeks, of course. And it makes me check her whole facts is through the baby dad.
Right.
If a girl has more than one baby dad, because we live in a crazy world, you ask yourself, is she really thinking about her focus? Question, keep lurking on her first baby dad. That means a hard worker. He stays working. He doesn't have no criminal record. And she's talking crap about him. Sometimes, most of the time, girls say that he ain't paying no child support. You investigate that on your own because you know why? Women lie more than men. It's not beneficial to be a stepdaddy because that sounds like you becoming a simp.
Well, you got them stepdaddy simps, man. When they meet
they're
the
all
woman,
simps.
Yeah, when they meet the woman, sometimes they may go through something like this.
I know is I'd really like to take you out. Oh, you and your 7 kids.
You know what I mean? Sometimes they go through that. But you know what? You know what a lot of these stepdaddy simps got to understand is that they should never forget, you're not the kid's biological father. So don't argue with the kid's father about some dumb shit like that. That's stupid. You know what I mean? Don't try to take the father's place.
He's my son.
Exactly. He looks like my dad, actually, Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Every time I look at Robert De Niro, I'm like thinking of my dad right now.
He's my son.
He looked just like my dad. My mom looked like Aunt Jemima. That's why I came out salted caramel.
True. And I went through, man. Listen, I got so many stories about how I was a stepdaddy boyfriend, man. Arguing with these biological fathers, man. And they be so afraid, you know what I mean? Because they still want the baby mama. And they act like, I'm taking they act like I'm taking the child away from them. And this is what they be saying to me.
You kill yourself, you motherfucker! Give me back my son!
Hey, listen, I respect all those mans that feels that way, bro.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, that's their fathers, man.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And I tell you the truth, like, I'd be telling dudes like, yo, there's shorties out there that got 4 kids, they expect them to find a good man to take care of all those 4 kids. Bro, that costs money. Why are you going to take care of another man's kid when you can use that money in investment that you can compound and get richer? Why I gotta support these kids when I put it in a hedge fund account where it can compound every week and it grow? Now I'm a rich ass man, a beautiful, sexy, beautiful white woman in Upper St. Clair with pretty feet, 22, driving in my Lamborghini. That's a man's vision. Hell yeah, I got a post with a beautiful blondeness posting up with her pretty feet up in the air in a Lamborghini. That's the go to go. Not being a stepdaddy. What it is. You think about it. You're with this girl. She has 2 kids with 2 baby daddies. She went from being a brand new girl in a car show dealership. Then after the first daddy did his work. Got her pregnant.
You got the clapping.
Then she went back to the dealership. Not in the car showroom. Back at the lot, at the pre-owned section. Then after that, she has a second baby dad. She's back in the lot on Facebook marketing with no warranty. And you gonna be taking serious to that, shorty? That's the reason why a lot of fathers are struggling to see their freaking kids. Because they still think they're that top quality woman. No, brother. Don't be stepdaddy. Just be her side dude. Be the one at the nights. Come here, shorty. Let me, we're going to do the business. But at the end of the day, you bounce. Real talk. Men, value yourself better.
No doubt. Well, ladies and gents, I could talk about this subject for hours.
Facts.
And I didn't even get a chance to talk about the good aspects of being a stepfather like that.
Because there's none.
Yeah. Maybe for another podcast, maybe, who knows. But unfortunately, I have to return to the Matrix. This is Morpheus 3000 and Elmer. And I want to say that we will see you again very soon.
Facts.
Good day and good night.
Yo, as long as she happy, he got his life. Won't be no strife. And I hope his ass hear me too, nigga. I hear you.
The homies in the field where it's real.